Okay, so now we have done this. Now let's look at this bar chart. Here we are talking about percentage of cat med V within 0 for Chas and 1 for Chas. Okay, so what is cat med V? Cat med V is um, category of median value, whether it is I think less than 40,000 and greater than 40,000, something like that. So this is a factor. Remember, we changed the cat med V to factor. Okay, so we need to keep that in mind. So once again, we need to prepare the data. So data for plot, okay, is we have to first group by housing df comma chas, okay, and then we pipe that into summarize, right? Now we say mean, right? Now we can't simply say cat med v like before. Before we did summarize mean med v. So med v was a numerical variable, so it worked. But here, when we do summarize mean cat med v, it's not going to work because cat med v is a factor variable. Factor variable is like a categorical variable. Okay, so mean doesn't make any sense to that. So what we have to do is to convert it first to numeric. So you have to do as numeric. Okay. All right. Now as numeric, okay, let's see whether its parenthesis is working. Okay, summarize. Okay, so mean. Okay, this is as numeric, right? Okay, so that one is for mean. Then we need one more for summarize. Okay. Now when you run, so it works, right? Let's look at the data. Okay, you see there is a problem with the data. See, the numbers for cat med v is either 0 or 1. So the proportion of zeros and proportion of ones must be a number between 0 and 1. But this is more than 1. And the reason for that is when we did str, structure of housing df, right? You see cat med v is a factor in two levels, and when you convert anything to a factor, the numbers are automatically mapped into a number starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, and depending upon how many levels there are, it will be coded from 1 through whatever. Since cat med v there are two numbers 0 and 1, so the first value 0 is mapped as 1 and 2 is mapped as the 0 as 1 and the 1 as 2. So it's incremented by 1, and that is the reason why the values are different. So what we need to do is to after converting to as numeric, you have to subtract 1 from it. Then you will have the proper value. Okay. So now we have the data to plot. Okay. Next we need to change the names. So names data for plot Chaz, and then percent cat medv. Okay. All right, so that's done. Now ggplot. Okay. Now let's just specify the data source straight away without having to do data equal to. Okay. But it's probably a good idea to do the full version because it makes the code more readable. People, when they look at it, they'll know what we're talking about. I just want to show you just one time how there are certain shortcuts you can take. Okay. And AES, again, mapping equal to, you could don't have to specify. So X is equal to Chaz, comma, Y is equal to PCT cat medv. It has to be exactly like what the name appears there. Okay. And then we can do geom bar, right? Stat equal to identity. Okay. So let's take a look at how this looks and then we will do some formatting. Okay. All right. So that looks all right. Then we can do the plus gg title is percent cat medv by Charles River. Right. Then the same xlab as before, so I just copy paste that. All right, and then ylab is percentage cat medv. All right. All right, so they look good. And then let's add the label, so which is another layer, geom text. Okay, AES label equal to PCT cat medv, right? All right, so you have the same problem. So what we need here is we just is minus a, we will use 0.25 this time. Okay, it's gone up. So now we want to format this. And notice this, we have percentage cat medv on the y-axis, but then the numbers here are shown between 0 and 1. So we can, what we can do is y equal to, okay, so here we can multiply by 100. to multiply the label also by 100. So it will plot after multiplying by 100, and it will put the label after multiplying by 100. So that's what you see here. All right. So now we need to, suppose we want to paste a percentage sign at the end, and we want to format it. So we have label equal to, okay, so first let's do a format. Okay, format of that with digits equal to, say, 4. Okay, and let's check this out. Alright, so here, since we multiply by 100, so it's giving too many digits, so let's do 2. Okay, so we have format. Here we do digits equal to, say, 4, and that need to close parenthesis. Alright, so we have 4 digits. Okay, so now we need to do paste, so 0. So we want to put the percentage sign at the end. So here we do like that. So paste 0, and let's make sure, so that is paste 0. So here is where we need percentage. Okay, so that's okay, yeah, that's the parenthesis for page 0, so it has to come inside that. Okay, so now we have the percentage sign. We have done everything that we needed to do, so there you go.